So I just had a really good epiphany, kind of. And it was an epiphany, but I can't say it's an unthought of thought. It could have been thought of before. Normally my epiphanies are thoughts that have never been thought before. I get the new ones. And it's been that way my whole life. It's kind of cool. And I believe it's something to do with your connection to God, because God's a creator and he created us in his image, and the more we harmonize ourselves in the likeness of his image, i.e. the closer we become to God and becoming God, because we're becoming more in his image, the better our thoughts get, the better our creativity gets, the better our imagination and our understanding and our intuition and our sensing. The thought that I had tonight had to do with how every math equation, regardless of what the input it is, creates a whole range of answers. You could call it a whole probability space of answers. And if you feed in one answer, 7, you get a specific output. And then you can feed in 329 trillion and 5 and 22, 69 and 1 and get a whole bunch of other answers, a negative 344.7, and still get a range of answers. And then when you plug back the same 7 back in, you get the same output as you did when you plugged 7 in it before. So what that means is these equations aren't really alive or moving. They're just a fixed equation. But the new thought that I got tonight, I'm already leading you to the answer, is what if that's not the case? What if there's a math equation or series of equations, a whole family of equations, that when you feed in a number, it does something, and that something feeds back into the equation. So then if you feed 7 back into it again, it's a different output. And I'm not talking about just an incrementer. I'm not talking about just a sequential incrementer or a loop function or something like that. I'm talking about something radically like dynamic and contextual. And I'm almost wondering if every piece of nature, every plant, every animal, every item, I'm wondering if each one of them is not another new context or contextual adjuster that everything is filtered through, or a lens that everything's seen through. What if God's version of this mathematic function, this expression, is that everything, every piece of life has is a new context or a new lens through which inputs and outputs can be fed through. Inputs can be fed through, the outputs can be expressed, but perhaps there, as I suggested earlier, some sort of seemingly living math equation. To me, that seems closer to the mathematics of the universe and of life.